I did dead hangs for 30 days when I learned that grip strength is the key to living longer and staying independent. At first, it was just a test of willpower, but I had no idea how such a simple exercise could change my body and daily life. Most people think dead hangs are too easy to matter, maybe even old-fashioned. But here's something worth your attention. Bone doctor Dr. John Kirsch found that almost 90% of his shoulder surgery patients were able to skip the surgery just by hanging from a bar, no tricks needed. And the benefits, like grip strength, are just the start. So what is a dead hang? And why should you care? Simply put, it's hanging from a bar with your arms straight, letting gravity pull you down. Think back to when you were a kid. Remember hanging from monkey bars or tree branches? Our bodies are made for this movement. Like our ape relatives, our shoulders are built for hanging and swinging. But most of us have stopped doing this. Studies show that missing this movement is closely linked to many of the aches, pains, and limits we just accept as part of getting older. The best part about dead hangs is how simple and easy they are to do. You don't need a gym, you don't need fancy gear, just a strong bar and a few minutes of your day. But don't think the simple part means small benefits. The shoulder relief is amazing, but what this does to your spine will completely change how you think about getting older. When you hang from a bar, you stretch out. Your daily activities like driving, working on a computer, and even sleeping squeeze your shoulders inward. But dead hangs reverse this. They gently pull your shoulder joints back into the right place. Dr. Kirsch's work shows how this stretching can reshape the space around your shoulder joint. This makes more room for tendons and muscles to move freely. This is why so many of his patients didn't need surgery. They weren't just making their shoulders stronger. They were giving them the space they needed to work right. But the benefits go way beyond your shoulders. Your spine gets the same stretching effect. Gravity squeezes your spine bones together, especially if you sit or stand in one spot for a long time. When you hang, that same gravity works backward, gently making space between your spine bones. Many people say they feel taller after hanging. And there's real science behind that feeling. Now let's talk about my favorite benefit, grip strength. Big studies with millions of people found that grip strength predicts how long you'll live better than blood pressure or cholesterol levels. The researchers found that for every 5 kilograms drop in grip strength, the chance of dying from any cause went up by 16%, plus a big jump in risk for heart-related death, stroke, and heart attack. Even after looking at age, gender, smoking, exercise, and other things, people in the bottom 20% for grip strength have a 67% higher risk of dying early than people with stronger grips. Dead hangs naturally build this life-extending grip strength because you hold on for a long time. You're not just squeezing something for a second. You're holding that grip while supporting your whole body weight. The grip strength you build helps with everyday tasks like opening jars, carrying groceries, or keeping your balance if you trip. There's also a core benefit people often miss. When you hang the right way, your deep belly muscles automatically turn on to keep your spine and hips steady. This isn't the kind of forced breath-holding core work you do in other exercises. It's natural core action that strengthens your core the way it's supposed to work in real life. Finally, dead hangs make your upper body joints move better. Your chest muscles, which often get tight from leaning forward, get a deep stretch that's much better than regular stretching. Your upper back muscles learn to work fully, and your shoulder blades get back the movement they need for healthy shoulders. Those benefits sound great, but here's what surprised me most about my actual 30-day experience. The first week was mostly about building the habit and basic hanging strength. I started by hanging for just 10 to 15 seconds at a time. My grip strength and shoulder steadiness needed time to adjust, and if you're like me, that's totally normal. Some people may need to keep their feet lightly on the ground at first, and that's perfectly fine. By the second week, I noticed my grip lasted much longer. What felt impossible to hold for 20 seconds felt easy for 30 to 45 seconds this time. I also read that more people said their shoulders felt steadier and moved better during daily activities at this point. The third week is when I noticed my posture got better without even trying to stand up straighter. The spine stretching and shoulder fixing from regular hanging started to show up in how I naturally held myself all day. By the fourth week, I could hang for a full minute or even longer, and I had a better feel for how my shoulders, spine, and core work together. There are also reports of people who had ongoing shoulder or neck pain. They thought it was permanent, but they noticed a big drop in their pain. The mental side was just as important. There's something powerful about doing a movement I hadn't done since I was a kid. It went against the idea that getting weaker is just part of aging and showed me that my body can still grow and improve. The secret to success is being steady, not pushing too hard. It's better to hang for 20 seconds every day than to hang for 2 minutes once a week. Your body adjusts to regular, gentle challenges much better than once-in-a-while hard ones. This change is possible for you too, but it's important to learn how to do this safely and well. There are two main types, passive hangs and active hangs, and they each have a different purpose for adults over 50. A passive hang is where you just hang and let gravity work. Your shoulders naturally lift up toward your ears, and you focus on relaxing and breathing. This is great for stretching your spine and moving better. It's also the safer way to start for most people. An active hang means gently pulling your shoulders down away from your ears while hanging. This works your shoulder blade muscles and builds the steadiness that Dr. Kirsch found so good for avoiding surgery. But it's much harder and should only be tried once you're comfortable with passive hangs. To make progress, start with what feels okay. If that's 10 seconds with your feet lightly on the ground, that's where you start. Slowly add more time or take less foot support, but not both at the same time. A smart way is to set a daily hanging goal, maybe 2 to 3 minutes total per day, and break it into smaller times throughout the day. You might do 6 30-second hangs spread across your day instead of trying to hang for 3 minutes straight. But even with something as simple as hanging, there are mistakes that can make it less helpful or even cause pain. Let's talk about the most common ones. First, grip width and tightness. Many people either grip too narrow, which squeezes the chest and makes breathing hard, or grip so tight that they wear out their forearms for no reason. Your grip should be a little wider than your shoulders and firm, but not super tight. You should be able to breathe easily the whole time. Second, shoulder position. In a passive hang, it's normal for your shoulders to lift toward your ears. Don't fight this. But don't hunch or make your neck and upper shoulders tense. Think of making space between your ears and shoulders instead of forcing them into a certain spot. Third, don't bend your elbows. This turns the exercise into an arm strengthening hold instead of the stretching hang we want. Keep your arms straight, but not locked stiff. Fourth, head and neck position. Don't tuck your chin to your chest or tilt your head back. Keep your head normal, like you were just standing up. This keeps your spine lined up the right way during the move. Finally, and this is really important for adults over 50, don't stick to perfect form if it doesn't feel right for your body. Try different grip widths. Try different hand positions. Change your body position. The goal is to find what works for your own body and limits. If your shoulders are extra flexible or you have spine problems, talk to a doctor before starting. Dead hangs are usually safe, but they're not right for everyone. The real power of dead hangs isn't what they do for you in 30 days. It's what they do for you in the next 10 years. Once you can do longer dead hangs, besides the benefits I talked about, it opens the door to a whole set of pulling moves. You can start doing gentle shoulder blade pull-ups and active hangs. Then later, you'll be doing chin-ups and pull-ups with help, and maybe even do them on your own, like a real pull-up. And if you're ready for a challenge, we'll cover how to get your very first pull-up in another video. And I know lots of people who have done it even though they started in their 60s. This movement also gets your body ready for other useful exercises that need the same grip and shoulder use, like farmer's walks with heavy weights, rope climbing moves, and suspension trainer exercises. The shoulder blade control you build from active hangs helps you do better in rowing exercises, lat pull downs, and any move where you pull weight toward your body. This step-by-step path is really helpful for adults over 50 because it lets you build strength slowly and safely. You're building a strong base that helps with everything else you want to do. Since making it part of your day is key to long-term success, add dead hangs to things you already do, like waiting for your morning coffee to make or even watching TV, especially during commercials. If you already exercise often, hangs can be a great warm-up or cool down. If you're just starting to be more active, they're a gentle way to begin building strength and movement. Here's what we know. Dead hangs are simple, easy to do, and backed by both doctor experience and research. Dr. Kirsch's findings show they can help you avoid surgery you don't need. Longevity research shows grip strength predicts how long and how well you'll live. And thousands of people have found that this childhood move can help them feel stronger and more capable in their adult bodies. The question isn't whether dead hangs work because the proof is clear. The question is whether you're willing to spend 5 minutes a day on a practice that could really change how you age. Start where you are with what you have. Find a strong bar. Begin with short hangs and focus on doing it often instead of doing it hard. Then once you've got the dead hang down and can easily hold it for 45 to 60 seconds, you'll be ready for the next step. I'm working on a full guide to pull-ups for people over 50, covering safe steps, changes, and how to build the strength you need without getting hurt. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it when it comes out. I'd love to hear about your experience. Have you tried dead hangs? What's the longest hold you can do without letting go? Share your wins in the comments below. Subscribe for more proven exercises and tips to boost your strength, movement, and balance.